Let's talk about act like you got some sense and other things my daughter's taught me. What made you decide to write the book?
Listen, I've had such a great time with my kids growing up in this crazy business, and I felt like I had some things that I could be funny about and also teach a couple of things. Like, you know, like growing up in this business, you know, people don't look at me as far as what my success is. They look at how my kids develop to see what I am as a person, right? Does that make sense? And so I've been so fortunate to have great kids that, you know, I didn't have to, you know, when I was growing up, I thought when I became a father, I was gonna have to use words like, or sentences like, I know you ain't came in here late. I know there ain't alcohol on your breath. I know there ain't drugs. Give me some. But I never had to do that because my daughter, Corinne Marie Foxx, and Annalise Estelle Foxx are just so cool, and so I'm happy to do this. And they kept me in check because when I would write the story that I thought, I would always write it like I was the greatest dad ever, and then they would just be there because I'm father, and then I let them read it. They said, well, Dad, it didn't go down like that. And so they would rewrite it, and we made sure that in the book everything is the truth.
And you dedicate this to your grandmother, and your grandmother actually is sort of responsible for you being who you are and helping you develop your comedy.
Yeah, because my grandmother, like, you know, Estelle Marie Talley, she was the first Madea. A lot of times people don't understand, like, Tyler Perry think he had it. No, my grandmother was the one. I remember I got into a fight, and I didn't have no crew, and my grandma said, what's wrong with you? Because I was crying outside, like, that cry, right? And I said, this dude down the street did this to me, and I don't know what to do. And I was like 7. She said, come on. And she put a muumuu on. She put on, like, I guess that was her fighting muumuu. She put the muumuu on, and as we walking down the street, the right side of the muumuu is swinging harder. I was like, what's in the muumuu? And when we got to the door, I saw what was in the muumuu. She pulled out a .380 gun and knocked on the door and said, hey, and pointed in there. She said, listen, I don't want no trouble. This kid right here is special. Okay, he's special. You leave him alone. Next time I come in here, I'm gonna fire this thing. And I was like, oh my God, first of all, I lost 30 pounds when she pulled a gun out. But you know what it told me though? She was willing to go to jail to make sure that her son was okay. So metaphorically, that's what this book is about. I'm willing to go to jail, metaphorically, to make sure my daughters are good.
That's a good parent. All right, so you're extremely talented man. You go to college, and for some reason, they force you to take ballet.
Well, what happened was, I went to college on a classical piano scholarship.
Yes.
And it was, I had a Yugoslavian music theory teacher, Russian pianist teacher. But then they said to get a credit, I had to do ballet. And so they gave me the little dance belt. And it was nothing to it. You know, I said, I don't know how this is gonna work. And do you know what a dance belt is?
Twitch is shaking his head, yes.
Yeah, well, they cover the front.
Yeah.
But in the back, it just goes, whoop. Yep. And I was like, so I put on a jock, because I went and grabbed a jock and put on some shorts and stuff like that. And I was terrible. I was terrible in the class, but it was an experience. But I did learn. I learned some, you know, I learned a little bit, you know, whatever this is.
Third position. Tandu.
Yeah, what is that?
Tandus.
Tandu? I know Tandu. You know Tandu?
Tandu, yeah.
Yeah. And I learned this here. And I learned this. I learned this.
Yeah. Jete. Yep, there you go.
See, they like me for my eye contact. I couldn't dance, but I had great eye contact.
Yeah. There's so many good stories in here, though, and about playing piano and having a that was a blessing that you started playing at such an early age, and then that got you into college. But then the story about you're shooting Django Unchained, and your daughter comes to visit you at the set and brings her boyfriend.
Yeah, that was tough. We had already ran the background check on him and everything like that. But I have it in the book where I talk about new dad. Mm-hmm. So my daughter Corinne comes up to me, she says, Dad, we're sleepy, where do we sleep? And there's only 2 bedrooms in the apartment. So I said, I'm gonna do new dad. Okay, listen, this is what's gonna happen. Y'all sleep in the same room together, Now, they like 18, whatever. I said, y'all sleep in the same room together, but I don't want no shenanigans. I didn't exactly use that word, but for TV, shenanigans. And as she walked off, I said, grabbed the dude, I said, hey, don't mess me up. I used a different word, but for TV, it's mess. So I'm thinking I'm new dad, right? And so they go to their room, and now I'm in the room with my young daughter and her mom. She's like, what are you doing? I said, what you mean? You're gonna let them sleep in the same room? I said, yeah, because I'm new dad. See, I'm taking the adventure out of it. See, it ain't no adventure. I don't know why I'm talking like Eddie Murphy. See, no, why I'm talking like that? Sure it is. I'm talking like Eddie Murphy. So I said, hey, I'm taking the adventure out of it. I know they're not gonna destroy. She said, well, whatever, you won't be doing that with our young daughter. I said, well, then go to sleep. So now I'm laying there, it's like 11. I'm like, ah. Then like 2, I was like, I'm gonna sweat. I said, oh, snap, did I make the wrong decision? So around 4 o'clock, I said, I gotta go in there. She's like, what? I'm going in. What are you gonna do? I don't know, but I gotta find out what's going on. So I just went up and did the whole, the hotel knock when they come to clean your room, just knock and go in. I went, tick, tick, and I go in, and my heart sunk. He's laying on top of the covers, fully dressed. She's laying under the covers. And it just warmed my heart that I gotta, yeah, go ahead, you clap for that. He clapped out of relief. Oh, thank God. I didn't know what he was gonna say. But that let me know that my daughter is a good egg. She's ready-made. All I had to do was add love water.
Yep. Well, they love you too. I mean, you are a good. You know how much I love you, but you love your family so much and take care of your family. And your daughters are so lucky to have a dad like you because you love them and have taught them so much. And I know they've taught you a lot, but I just adore you. I just love you.
I love you too, man. Thank you so much.
All right. Jamie's book, it's right here.
Yeah.
Act Like You Got Some Sense and Other Things My Daughters Taught Me, and a lot of great stories in here, and you kind of learn, where he came from, why he is who he is, why he's so good at what he does. It's available everywhere books are sold. It's a great Christmas gift, everybody. Yeah.
Christmas.
Yeah. And everyone's going home with a copy. You're all getting one. We'll be back.